What's going on, everybody? I am Real Estate Randy, and this is my first official video for the Midlife Crisis Reacts channel. And I'm going to be doing a video on one of the most hottest topics right now. And if you know what time it is, the hottest topic right now is obviously the Tory Lanez verdict. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you are paying attention to what's going on, we should all be very afraid, okay? We should all be very afraid of how this turned out. Because originally, in order for somebody to be found guilty, they must be found without a reasonable doubt. And to sit here and after listening to the facts of this case, to listen to all the inconsistency in this case, to just basically see how prosecutors and investigators have dropped the ball in this case and to be found guilty. That is fucking scary, okay? Think about your loved ones. Would you want your loved ones to be shown guilty based off of the information I'm about to give you? So, without further ado, we are going to get into it. Like I said, this is Midlife Crisis React. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And also, as you can see on the screen, I have my Instagrams and other YouTube channels. Please feel free to follow and subscribe to those channels as well. Let's get into this case. All right, guys, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and quickly just break down the timeline of what happened in this case. Now, I also want to make a very, very big point that I am not a lawyer. I am not involved in anything that has to do with the legal system. I do not have no experience in this field at all. The only thing I am is a person who followed the case, followed all the different information that came out in this case, and just based off of what we're told, how the judicial system is supposed to work, am one, outraged, and two, scared as shit that anybody can say anything and they don't have to prove that you did it. This is a real big case of you having to prove somebody else did it when that's not how our system is supposed to be set up. So let's get into the timeline, and we're going to go over it really quickly, okay? So the order of events of the Meg Thee Stallion and shooting in the Tory Lanez case. July 12, 2020, Meg Thee Stallion was seen at Kylie Jenner's house at a pool party at 4:30. That same night, police responded to a report of gunshots coming outside of a home in the Hollywood Hills. On July 16, 2020, Page Six reported allegations that Lanez shot Megan. August 20, 2020, Megan openly accused Tory for shooting her on her IG Live. She admits there was a verbal disagreement that night. She denied that she was jealous about Tory showing interest in Kylie. September 24th, 2020, Tory released an album that included a song, Money Over Fallouts, that accused Megan of lying. October 8, 2020, Los Angeles presses charges against Tory Lanez and outlines what they believed happened. October 13th, 2020, Megan released an op-ed, Megan Thee Stallion, Why I Speak Up for Black Women. She claimed that her and Tory were not in a romantic relationship. So this is the first time that she claims this out in public, on a publication, let's just say. October 13, 2020, Tory was barred from contacting Megan and asked to surrender his firearms by the judge. November 16, 2020, Megan's GQ interview published, where she explained that she did not initially out Tory because, she didn't initially tell on Tory because it was during the height of police brutality protests, and she feared that it could lead to them being victims of police brutality. At this time, a lawyer representing Tory Lanez also denied that they offered Meg and Kelsey money. July 25th, 2021, Tory Lanez violated a protection order by performing at Rolling Loud Festival in Miami, and his bail was increased to $250,000. December 14th, 2021, LA Superior Court judge upheld charges against Tory Lanez. Detective Ryan Stogner testified that Tory yelled, "Dance, bitch," at Megan before shooting her. Meg stated that Tory apologized for doing it and offered her money and begged her not to say anything. Tory shouted out, this is in court while the proceedings happening, how about you tell me what I was apologizing for, bro, at Stogner during that hearing. Okay, January 13th, 2022, Tory entered officially a not guilty plea. April 5th, 2022, prosecutors asked Tory's bail to be revoked for tweets posted. Tory's bail was raised by $350,000 and was forbidden from mentioning Meg again. Now, here's where I'm starting to have an issue. This is one of the things that like really irritated me while this was happening. So, following that up, on April 24, 2022, Megan Thee Stallion sat down with Gayle King, where she once again denied having any sexual relationships with Tory. Now, my problem is they were allowing Megan Thee Stallion to do interviews on top of interviews on top of interviews while this is an ongoing investigation. Where do we say? Right. Let's go back up here. October 8th, 2020. They pressed charges against Tory Lanez, which means now it's an ongoing investigation. But yet, Meg Thee Stallion has come out and done interviews and magazine posts after that. So why is it that it's okay for her to get her story out there, tell the world what she says happened, but Tory Lanez got to shut up and he can't say shit? That just seems a little crazy to me. I don't understand it. But like I said, I'm not illegal business. I don't know. So, October 26, 2022, August Alsina claimed Lanez attacked him when they saw each other at a concert in Chicago. Tory denies his allegations live on Academics live stream. And then Lanez was then placed on house arrest. Okay. December 6, 2022, Tory was charged with a third felony by discharging a firearm with gross negligence. December 12, 2022, the trial had started. December 23rd, which was just this past Friday, they found him guilty on all charges. So that is the timeline. Now, whatever you believe, that's whatever y'all believe, whatever. That's the timeline. There's nothing really there to see except for the fact that it's okay for Meg Thee Stallion to start talking on this case where Tory Lanez was not allotted the same ability to do the same thing to get his story out here. Now, here's where some contradictory and inconsistent evidence and testimonies that I just have questions for. All right, so let's just talk about Meg Thee Stallion. She lied about having a sexual relationship with Tory. She lied about it in all these interviews, but then when she was put on her oath, she admitted to sleeping with Tory Lanez. She stated that they just left together, okay? We just left together. Which you'll see later, Kelsey stated that no, Meg and Kelsey left and then they came back. Okay, Meg Thee Stallion claimed that they argued over Tory's music being trash and clowned him about his height. She never mentioned that her and Kelsey fought or what they were fighting over. She alleged that Tory said, "Dance, bitch, dance," and she turned and saw him shooting her over the window. Okay, and she stated at this time she did not see Kelsey while he was shooting at her. It's very important information. Kelsey Harris, okay, here are some of the things. This is the friend, assistant, socialite, whatever you want to call her, okay? When she was first questioned, she initially said that she saw Tory fire the gun towards Meg Thee Stallion, okay? That was her initial statement. Now, when she took the stand during the trial, she pled the fifth right away, all right? Which was weird because you were the witness for the prosecution, so you're not a hostile witness at this point. So she pleaded, she pled for the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth, and they spoke it over. They gave her use immunity. Okay, so now after she got the use immunity, now she starts talking a little bit more. She confirmed that Megan Thee Stallion was irritated by Tory Lanez talking to Kylie Jenner. Okay, she confirmed that EJ, which I believe is her bodyguard, was there so they did not have to leave or wait on Tory, which is something that Meg Thee Stallion stated that they left together because they had to leave together because they came together. And that was another thing. I did not get to confirm this, but from my understanding, Meg Thee Stallion was already there, and she invited Tory Lanez after the fact. So that don't make no sense already. Okay. She stated that they left the party and turned back around because Meg Thee Stallion claims she left a slipper, and she also admitted that in the car, Meg Thee Stallion was mad about leaving Tory with Kylie. She admitted that she and Meg Thee Stallion got into an altercation. She tried to downplay it, but the evidence showed that it was obviously a real altercation, and it just doesn't make any sense that all they did was bump each other, because she said they bumped each other or whatever. But and the reason they got in this altercation is because Tory Lanez aired out Meg Thee Stallion's sexual past, which included people that Kelsey hooked up with. One being Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez was hooking up with Kelsey first, and then when Kelsey left because she had COVID, Meg Thee Stallion then slid in too, or allowed Tory to slide in. And there were some other artists and basketball stars that were confirmed or speculated that they both were Eskimo Sister song. All right. So she already contradicts what Meg Thee Stallion says when she said, "Oh, we didn't fight." She didn't even mention any fight. So that contradicts the fact that it was just over Tory Lanez being a lame ass rapper and he's short. That contradicts that, because there was already beef going on before that, right? She testified that she never heard anyone say "dance, bitch." Matter of fact, on the stand, she even was heard quoted saying, "Where'd you hear that at?" Or "Where'd you hear that from?" Or who'd you hear that from? Right? So she never heard that shit. Only Meg Thee Stallion has heard someone say "dance, bitch, dance," right? She testified that both her and Meg Thee Stallion got out of the car together. So when the car stopped, they were arguing with each other. She testifies that they both got out the car together. Meg Thee Stallion said that the only person who was out of the car was Tory Lanez when he was reaching over the window to shoot. So how is this? How is this possible? Now, keep in mind, everybody was drunk there except for the security guard. Everybody's drunk. And I know we've all been wasted. We forget some details and stuff, right? I'll give you that. I mean, that's possible, right? And speaking of that, this is where Kelsey claimed that her memory was blurry due to the drinking a lot. She admitted that she was not telling the truth with much of the details that she had given in her original statement, right? So the recorded statement that they played in a trial, she admitted that she was not telling the truth in a lot of the details. And then asked, why did she lie? She said, "I was protecting myself." What from? Are you protecting yourself from Tory's goons for coming after you or something? Because that don't make no sense, because you said Tory did it. So that don't make no sense. Were you protecting yourself from Meg Thee Stallion's goons or something? That don't make no sense, because you helped out Meg on that. Or did you have some involvement, possibly, with the shooting? That, to me, just makes more sense. I'm protecting myself because I might say some stupid shit that might make y'all motherfuckers look at me now. And I don't want y'all looking at me. That makes more sense to me. I could be wrong, but that's just the way that I interpret that information. All right? Prosecution then shows Kelsey a text that she sent to the security guard that read, "Help, Tory shot Meg, 911. Now, I quoted this because this is how they showed that she texted this. Because other people want to say, oh, there was like so much going on. She's under duress. She just witnessed her friend being shot. And this is why some information might not be the same as what she said before. But I'm sorry. If I'm in a frantic panic and all this shit, I don't fucking use proper punctuations and capitalizations, Because I know my iPhone would not. It don't capitalize Meg. And I mean, excuse me. It doesn't capitalize Meg. I guess you could save it that way or whatever. But I ain't putting no period on it either. 911 period. Like there's 3 periods on there. Most motherfuckers don't use periods. Period. Right? Periods. Period. But she's at this deranged mental state of fear and anxiety and all this other shit. But I don't know, man. Hell, period. Tory shot, capital, Meg, period. 911, period. I don't know, man. I don't know. But here's the thing. Under oath, after reading this statement out, she read it out under oath on court. She said she didn't see anything happen. So she's saying right there she did not see Tory Lanez shoot her, and does not know why she sent that text. Man, come on now. The hell is going on here? And here's the next thing. She had gunshot residue on her. So let's rewind. Let's back it up. Meg Thee Stallion said that Tory Lanez shot Kelsey wasn't in the vicinity. Okay. So how she get gunshot residue on her? If she's not by him, how she get gunshot residue? Now, Meg Thee Stallion, or Kelsey said that her and Meg Thee Stallion got out of the car together at the same time. Okay. Let's remember this. Let's remember this, okay? They tested the firearm and they found that there was a female's DNA on the gun. But for some reason, in this investigation, they were so sure that it was Tory Lanez that they ain't test nobody else's DNA. Where they do that at? How? How do you have a shooting that night? That night. It's a shooting. You don't know if it's a shooting or whatever, but there's a gun. You see a gun or whatever. You don't test everybody's DNA. You don't take everybody's DNA. Or is just only the dude is the suspect? Is that what we're doing now? You just automatically assume the only person that could be responsible of violence is the guy? So we ain't got to test the ladies? Come on, man. Even the worst of worst detective shows, the cheap, corny acting in the sorry camera positions and the music is louder than the words type of show, still would test everybody for the DNA. Like, it don't make no sense. So her DNA never got tested, right? She was asked if the defense, the defense was putting any pressure on her for her testimony. And she responded no, but she did respond that the prosecution was pressuring her. That's kind of weird, right? That's the prosecution's witness. How often are prosecutors treating their own witness hostile like that? I don't know, man. That's weird. So Sean Kelly, he was a bystanding witness, right? He don't have no ties to either one of these camps. He testified that he saw Meg Thee Stallion and Harris fighting outside the car. He also said that it lasted a while. Therefore, that contradicts both of the ladies. Contradicts Meg Thee Stallion, who said there was never a fight. Kelsey, who said they just bumped in each other. Contradicts both of them. He said that he saw muzzle flashes only near Harris about the same time that the smallest individual got out of the car. The smallest individual being Tory Lanez, because everybody else was regular size and, Tory Lanez is a little bit shorter. So he testified that he saw a muzzle flash near Harris as Tory is coming out of the car, closest to Harris. Okay, so that contradicts what Meg Thee Stallion says once again. Says he never saw a gun, he just saw flashes. Here's a part 2 that contradicts everything else too. Says he saw Lane, who was very angry and he's shouting, and he saw flashes coming from him and he was firing everywhere. That, like, he's just everywhere, okay? Up in the air, down on the ground, whatever, right? He also said he never heard anyone say dance bitch. Now, there's just some things. I don't know if Tory Lanez shot her or not. I'm not saying Tory Lanez is innocent at all. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that according to the United States of America, you are innocent till proven guilty. And you must be proven without a shadow of a doubt that you did this crime. Without a shadow of a doubt. Just by the contradictions alone gives you reasonable doubt. Both the star witnesses for the prosecution are on the record for lying. Okay? Both of them. Meg Thee Stallion lied through her campaign tour of, "Woe is me, I'm a victim," which she could possibly, I mean, she obviously is a victim of this, but she went on a campaign tour of smearing Tory Lanez in the public eye, so that way, when it comes to the case, everybody already has a bad taste in their mouth with Tory Lanez. But she lied about a lot of details. She lied about being a lover of Tory Lanez. She lied about fighting with her friend. She lied about being jealous over Tory Lanez hollering at Kylie. She lied about having to leave together when she had her own right there to begin with. She just lied a lot, okay? Kelsey, she admitted that she had lied in her initial testimony, her initial interview. She admitted that she lied about a lot of the details in that. Okay, and you can confer whatever the fuck you want to on what she lied about and what she didn't, but the fact that she showed herself to be an unreliable witness. Okay, and then here's the thing. They were asking her about being paid. Okay, and the crazy shit is, if like we just use logic, right? If Tory Lanez paid her for her testimony, then wouldn't he have done it when it happened? Like at the beginning? Right? She wasn't interviewed to this year. This happened in 2020. She wasn't actually interviewed until this year. She didn't say shit this whole entire time until then. So to me, it makes more sense that the prosecution paid her. I'm not saying that's what happened, but if she was quiet this whole entire time, and keep in mind, Meg Thee Stallion got pissed off because after this shooting happened, Kelsey was still hanging out with Tory Lanez. Come on, man. We can't sit there and say that this man did this shit conclusively. We can't. And this is what scares me, because if this can happen to Tory Lanez, who can spend millions of dollars on his own defense, this can happen to you. This can happen to your brother. This can happen to your father. This can happen to your son. This can happen to your daughters. This can happen to anybody. There is no conclusive evidence. There is a very good chance, a good likelihood that Kelsey is the one that shot her. She had gun residue on her. A witness says that he saw her in flashes first, and then he saw flashes from Tory Lanez. If that's not reasonable doubt, I don't know what the fuck is. And I know you're not supposed to assume guilt by pleading the fifth, but if you are just a witness, an innocent witness of the situation, why would you plead the fifth? Unless there was some reason for you to need to plead the fifth. Come on, man. We got to get smarter than this. I am not saying that Tory Lanez did not shoot her. I am not saying that. I'm just saying that the state, the government, did not reach the level of certainty that they're supposed to reach in order for you to convict somebody. This can be anybody you know. Anybody you know. Get thrown in jail for this shit. He could have possibly did it. But the case that was brought before us, that wasn't enough, man. I don't care what anybody says. That was not enough. So that's my review. Leave a comment of what y'all think. If y'all have any other information that you would like to include that maybe I didn't address, let me know. Just put it in the comments below. Please like, share this video as well. Subscribe to the channel. It's very important. And also, this, like I said, it's a brand new channel, trying to get it up, trying to do reviews, weekly reviews. Yeah. I hope you have a great day, and try not to do nothing stupid until the next time, all right?